Good evening, friends. A warm welcome to all of you to the 25th JH program. We have a very interesting. We are indeed to have with us Mr. Tushar Ved, who's a senior industry veteran in the retail sector, and he carries with him over 2 decades of solid leadership experience spanning across continents, across countries in the retail sector. I will briefly introduce Mr. Ved, and before doing so, I will welcome him to the JHS Excellencia program today. Tushar Bhai, it's indeed a privilege and absolute pleasure to have you with us in the 25th episode of JHS Excellencia as our esteemed speaker for the evening. Welcome to the JHS Excellencia session, Tushar Bhai.
Thank you, Mr. Josefa.
I will now quickly introduce Tushar Bhai to our audience spanning across in India. People have joined in from Mumbai, Delhi, from UAE, from Oman, from Kolkata, Bangalore, several offices of JHS, our esteemed clients, friends who regularly attend JHS Excellencia program. So let us start with the introduction of Mr. Ved. Mr. Tushar Ved, as I mentioned, is a veteran in the retail industry with an experience of over 20 years in Dubai, Oman, and other Gulf countries. Mr. Ved has completed his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in Finance and Marketing from Boston University and is a Questrom School of Business alumni 1994. Mr. Ved has completed his schooling in global universities and then joined the Apparel Group business. He leads a very large retail initiative in India and has played a pivotal role in transforming the Apparel Group startup retail initiative a decade ago into a very large and formidable retail player in India today, with over 240 plus stores that are spread across cities, across 40 cities in India, retailing premium international brands that include Victoria's Secret Pink, Charles and Keith, Aldo Accessories, Bath and Body Works, Tim Hortons, the latest entrant, and a very popular coffee shop, Inglot, Spraying, and Clean, Herschel Supply, R&B, Beverly Hills Polo Club, Lavin Rose, Daiso Japan in India, Apparel Group under Mr. Ved's able leadership is on expansion mode. And I'm sure that each of one of us on the JHS Excellencia program today would have experienced the brand experience of Apparel Group in any of the leading malls in Mumbai or in Delhi or any other major city. Mr. Ved brings with him great leadership capabilities. His persuasion skills that I've seen personally, a very hands-on leader, has enabled steadfast growth of the organization, boasting premium international brands on its portfolio since its inception. His vision is to give Indian consumers a top-notch experience backed with plus services and great products every time they walk into an Apparel Group store, fostering an environment that allows his team to flourish. Mr. Ved truly believes in leveraging his people's strengths while creating a framework for them to simultaneously envision personal ambitions, empowering his team with frank conversations, clarity, strong sense of direction, passion, and focus. His zest for success is highly infectious and instrumental, and the GHS team has seen that he is very mercurial in his conversations, very energetic, and likes to get to the reasons and root causes very quickly, very effectively in realizing the goals of the organization. Mr. Ved sums up his overall philosophy for consistent growth and sustenance as He believes that if you show people the problem and you show them the solutions as well, they will be moved to act. So he's a leader that characterizes leadership with empathy, getting into the shoes of the opposite side to understand the problems and relay back the solutions along with them. With this introduction, now I would invite Mr. Ved to the center stage of our program today. He will take us through Apparel Group's story in India and then also talk about the very interesting topic that we have selected today is the changing customer preferences and responses of Indian retailers, and who better than Mr. Ved to speak on that on the subject today. So over to you, Mr. Ved.
Thank you, Mr. Josefa, for the introduction. And I'm honored to be here. And I can see a lot of people have joined. Thank you very much. We can start with the presentation about the company.
Yes.
And then I will do a
Yes,
10, 15 talk, and then we can have a Q&A. So just let me quickly give you, Apparel Group is part of the Apparel Group UAE, which started in 98 by Mr. Nilesh Ved and Seema Ved. And I take care of India. I'm in India. So this is who we are. It's part of the AppCop Global Group. And we do fashion, retail. We have 14 countries we operate in, 2,300 plus stores, 85 brands globally. This is what we do. Can we move the slide? So this is the global leadership with Mrs. Seema Ved being the chairwoman, Nilesh Ved being the founder, chairman, Neeraj is the CEO, Kamal Kotak CEO, and I am the director and president for Apparel Group India. We can move the slide.
We would request all the participants to please keep their mics on mute. Requesting all participants to please keep their mics on mute. And any questions for Mr. Ved to be asked after his presentation is over in the chat mode. Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Ved, please go ahead.
So this is what we do. We do online, offline. We do distribution. We work with the online partners. We have our own online website, and we operate retail stores. We also do brand integration, execution. We are a metric-driven model. A lot of KPIs, a lot of apps that we use to track, and we also have a loyalty program. We do a lot of marketing, and we have a lot of talented workforce, and which we keep adding and increasing in our fleet. Thank you. Move on. Our vision is to go a step beyond the expected, and our mission is to create and operate business focused on delivering a customer experience that exceeds people's expectation daily. Our values are passionate, empowered, ambitious, respectful. Purpose is to exceed expectations every day. That's also below a tagline below the Apparel Group. You can move on. Some of the brands that we do in fashion in the Gulf, Aeropostale, Ardeen, Beverly Hills Polo Club, Calvin Klein, FI is an in-house brand, His and Her is an in-house brand, Lamy and Rose lingerie brand, LC Waikiki from Turkey, Levi's, LC Models, R&B, New Yorker, and many more. Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Jeans, Victoria's Secret we do in India. We do brands from Europe, from Canada, from Singapore, Southeast Asia, even from India. We also do Forever New from India. We also do Forest Essential from India. And we have another 3 brands, Wildcraft, that we do from India. So we also do Indian brands. So we are a global, we have global brands that we bring to the Gulf or to India. We can move on. These are some of the new brands that will be coming. Forever New, we have just started. Ben Sherman, BCBG, Max Mara, Bruno Magli, Bohu, and Forever New. We can move on. There'll be a few more brands. This we have the licenses for the brands, so we can also manufacture for them. Footwear we do, we are one of the largest retailer of footwear in the Gulf. I would say in branded footwear category, we must be having more than 65% market share or the brands that we do. So we do Adidas in some countries, we do Aldo in GCC, we do Asics, Athletes Co, Birkenstock, CCC, College Spring, Charles and Keith, Clarks, Crocs, Dune, Flo, Havaianas, Hush Puppies, Morrisky, Naturalizer, Toms, Steve Madden, Skechers, Nine West, and we're adding a few more brands. We can move ahead. We do accessories, Herschel, Aldo accessories. We can move ahead. I think there'll be F&B. We also have a cosmetics and a division for F&B. We can move on to the next slide. These are the food and beverages: Alo Beirut, Cold Stone Creamery, Firehouse Sub, Jamie's Oliver Pizzeria in the Gulf. A lot of these brands are in the Gulf. Malton, New York Pizza, Project Chaiwala, Tim Hortons we also do in India. Sushi Library we are getting next year to India, and Nando's. Kids, we also do kids. We can move on. There's a lot of brands coming in. Cosmetics, we have a joint venture with Nykaa in Dubai, in the Gulf, where we open Nysaa stores. And we doing lot rituals forest essential from India. And we have signed a few other brands that we will announce shortly for the Gulf. Nysaa, with Nykaa, we have a JV where they are partners with us, and they take care of they support us with the infrastructure of e-commerce, and we do the retail stores, but we work together on e-commerce and retail stores together. So we use their tech. In home, we do Martha Stewart, LC Dream, and Lakeland. We can go ahead, move ahead. We also do department stores, and we also do dollar stores, which are your $1, $5 products with Hema, Zimi Vogue, Dollar Plus, and BBZ. BBZ is an in-house brand. We also do entertainment. Sky Zone is a trampoline park that we have in Dubai, which is 33,000 square feet in Ibn Battuta Mall. So this is our first, and we're expanding this to the other Gulf markets. We also have a shopping mall, which is in Ajman, where we have all our brands in-house. It's a 4-story mall where we have Tim Hortons, Cold Stone, Aldo, all our brands. We can move ahead. We also do e-commerce. So we have aldo.com, aldo.in, bathandbodyworks.in, collegespring.com. Victoria's Secret we do in India, F5, online, offline, his and her, R&B, online, offline, Nysaa is with Nykaa in the Gulf. We also do marketplaces with Myntra, Tata Click, Nykaa, Amazon, Agio. Sixth Street is our own e-commerce site where we have housed all our brands. We have 2,000 brands there, where we have our 85 brands, and we have taken a lot of brands from the market to sell it online because of our experience of online, offline. We can move ahead. Sixthstreet.com has 2,000 stores. This is the old one, 1,200 brands, and we are able to supply from 1,300, 1,400 stores. So it's omni-channel. We do 100 plus cities fulfillment. It's an e-commerce platform we created ourselves because of the brands we have and the brands we get from the market. We are operating 18 sites in different countries also, and we have more than 100,000 SKUs on it. And we have 4.1 million units that we have, and we have 3 warehouses we use for women, men, kids, and beauty. And we do this in Saudi, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, and we're also able to deliver across borders from our e-commerce site. This is our first phygital store, sixstreet.com. If you go to the store in Dubai Mall, there is no stock in the front of the store. It's a reverse store. The stock is behind in the DC in the store, and in the front, there are only iPads there. You come in, select a product, and you can go to the trial room, and your product will be there with an automated wardrobe, which will open up when you shut the door. And in that, you will get your product, and you will get it's related to Sixth Street, so it is online and offline. It's the first phygital store in the Gulf. Now we're opening a second one in Saudi Arabia. We can move on. We have a club loyalty apparel loyalty program which has 6 million members. We also have this in India, which is one of the largest databases of the customers, which a customer can buy online, gets redeem their points. Even when they go across GCC in India, we have not integrated because of the legal requirements. But in GCC, they can move across the country, and the currencies will change. Your points will change according to the currency, and you can shop online, offline in all our stores. And we have in that gold and platinum members also, and you get a free coffee, you get discounts, you get offers, you get new collection, and you're invited. If you're a platinum member, you're invited to the fashion shows that we host or to the parties that we host. We can move on. Who's our customer? Age between 50 to 50, 15 to 50, but we also cater to a customer younger, which is the children, and who is interested in fashion, well-traveled, knows international brands, uses the Instagram, understands fashion, travels a lot. That's very important because where we are in GCC, we have as much people we have so many tourists also in that country. And we deliver through multi-channel retail stores, shopping shop, distribution, and e-commerce. So we do everything. Online, offline, shopping shop, everything, department store, everything. We also do a corporate social responsibility, CSR, and we can move ahead. I'm just going to move on quick so I can also talk, give 10-15 minutes of talk. Sustainability journey, we have joined the United Nations Global Compact, eliminated plastic shopping bags. We have installed solar panels in the head office. We are LEED certified, for the head office, and we are Project Water with Aldo. So we had a lot of CSR activities with the employees, and also we have joined the UAE government in the race to net zero global emission by 2050. So we're also supporting them with that, with EV vehicles, solar panels, where we can reduce the waste, not only in the retail stores, but also in the head office and also the logistics part of it. We can move ahead. We have 2+ decades of experience, so we are a very young company in the Indian market. We came to India in 2001. We started the first stores in 2002. So we have been here 2 decades now, and we have learned a lot. A lot of things have changed in India. We got in a lot of store brands. We gave away a lot of brands. We opened a lot of stores. We shifted from one mall to another mall. There was no infrastructure. There was no e-commerce. So, we added that to our portfolio. And today as a company, these are old numbers. We have 250+ stores, but we have 2,500+ employees. And we are expanding. We are currently in 38+ cities. And we are expanding. We have 4 offices, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Ahmedabad, and we have an office in Bangalore. We can move ahead. We are high street, online, and we are also in the shopping malls. This is our portfolio. I'll quickly go through it. Apparel, this is India portfolio. Beverly Hills Polo Club, R&B is announced brand. Ben Sherman is coming next year. BCBG coming next year. Lingerie, Lavin Rose, Pink, Victoria's Secret, Footwear, Aldo, Charles & Keith, College Spring. We just added Crocs for certain territories. Accessories, we do Aldo, Act, Anne Klein, Herschel, Daiso, BCBG, Max Mara, Beauty, we have Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body, Inglot. Food, we do Tim Hortons. We are adding Alo Beru, Sushi next financial year. And now we just signed hypermarket Carrefour before 2 months. And that will be like a 30,000 square feet hypermarket coming up in the north. And that will be a different division. We have very strong relationships with all the landlords, all the shopping mall owners, Phoenix, Forum, In Orbit, Ambience. We work one-on-one with them. We can move ahead. We have the distribution center which is automated. Gulf, it is 80% automation. In India, we have about 30% automation because of the requirement. Plus, we have 5 to 6 DCs. We have Mumbai, we have 3 DCs. We are in the free zone. We have a bonded warehouse, and we have a normal DC. And Delhi, Gurgaon, we have another DC, and Bangalore, we have another DC. And then from that, it's distributed to stores, but also to e-commerce. It's a marketplace also. We also sell. So we have varied models and to reach to the consumer eventually, either through online, through stores, to shopping shop, or through marketplaces. We can move ahead. We work with DHL, DP World, Maersk. Our milestone, I've just discussed that. We can go ahead. We can move on. So marketing, we are very big in marketing. We do activations, we do influencers, CRM, social media, a lot of billboards, a lot of videos, a lot of parties, a lot of store openings, a lot of activities on the ground. And we also use Bollywood actors. We also taken them on board for being brand ambassadors for some of our brands, which we'll see ahead. We can move ahead. So 360-degree marketing campaign. We have worked with a lot of influencers, and we have invited them to the stores. We have worked with Sonam Kapoor, Riya Kapoor, Sania Malhotra, and the Miss India, and a lot of them. We can go ahead. With Aldo, we have used Janvi Kapoor and Aditya Roy Kapoor for Aldo. This one of a large campaign where we use a Bollywood actor and actress for the first time, where we took them on board, put them in the stores, use them on billboards in the stores, and it worked very well for us. So you have in India, you also have to make sure that you use the right Bollywood celebrity for your brand. And with Janvi Kapoor, we have a 3 year. This is the third year that we have signed her for Aldo. We can move on. A lot of awards we have received. We can move on. Thank you. I'm just quickly going to talk about the key trends that we are seeing or what's happening, and then we'll open it up after 5-10 minutes to questions. So as Apparel Group, we are there in 14 countries, 2,300 stores, 85 brands. We have seen in the last 20 years, 24 years, how much consumer has changed. There was no e-commerce before. There was no quick commerce before. A lot of things have changed in India and globally. And coming to India or globally, we can say after the pandemic, COVID, we have seen a lot of shift in the spending patterns. Immediately after COVID or during COVID, we saw our business of e-commerce used to be 1% of the India total business. Today, it's about 30 to 32% of India total business. That's an addition, of 30% to the 1% that we were doing, because during COVID, all the retail stores were closed. So the only thing open was online, and we were able to divert all our attention, all our resources, all our talent to the online business. And we saw a massive jump, and that continues. And we believe that will continue. One thing that's changing in that is, in India, you cannot say, I will only do retail or online. You have to do, I will also do quick commerce. I will also do e-commerce. I will also do shopping shop, because the market is large. right? You have to reach maximum number of consumers. We have consumers outside the top 4, 5 metro or the tier 1 cities. How do you reach that? So we have to reach them through retail in the shopping mall, through some retail on high street, through e-commerce, through Shopper Stop. We work with Shopper Stop. So you have to figure out how to reach them, and what's the best way to reach them, and give them the same experience or the customer service. So we saw a lot of that. Also, what we saw is a lot of consumption during COVID and after COVID was for home products. So people were buying a lot of furniture, people were buying a lot of candles, people are buying a lot of curtains. They're improvising their house. They are looking for bigger houses, making offices in the house. And we saw this in the Gulf, where we saw a lot of people buying home product. Like we had coffee machines in Lakeland in the Gulf, which we completely sold out during COVID. There was a shortage of coffee machines because everybody's at home, not going to office, wants a coffee machine at home, wakes up in the morning, has a coffee. Before they were going to coffee shops, now they're doing the coffee at home. So we saw a change in that pattern. Some of it has continued, but overall, the coffee machines, are available now. So that has changed, but people are saying, you know what, I need a coffee machine at home. So things like that have changed. Also, there's a lot of growth on digital first. A lot of brands pre-COVID and during COVID came up with digital first, sell online. Customers are willing to experiment, willing to try, and they are okay with deliveries happening even after 2 days or 3 days. Now they want quick commerce and omni-channel shopping preference. Buy online, go to the store, pick it up, or change it in the store, exchange in the store. We have seen that also going up. Also, the influence of rising affluence among millennials and Generation Z, where we are seeing that people are shopping uh, on Instagram. People are looking at Insta has become, and influencers have become very important, where they are saying whatever the influencer is telling, and if they have a large base of followers, they are able to create demand for certain products. So that's something that we are seeing. Nuclear family, that's also helping because now people are living in different cities with the travel happening. So a lot of consumption patterns have changed. A lot of people are traveling. So airport travel has also become important. So we have Tim Hortons at airport stores, and we are seeing that large, very good sales or returns on the airport. And for Tim Hortons, and we'll be adding some more brands over there. The other thing we have seen is uh, because of the rising consumption, or the rising the growth that India is seeing, a lot of money is also going back in the big Indian fat wedding. So a lot of people are spending on Indian ethnic wear, and ethnic wear has become a part of your wardrobe where you're saying, oh, why am I only wearing during weddings? I also want to wear it during Diwali, during Holi, Raksha Bandhan, and other things. Even Indian uh, consumers are spending gifting during Raksha Bandhan. It's not only the brother giving the sister a gift, the sister giving brother a gift. And we have done Raksha Bandhan campaigns in Bath and Body Works because we are realizing that the Indian consumer is doing that. Last year we saw a trend where Karwa Chauth, the husband were coming and buying gifts for their wives. So that was a new trend we saw. So within a year or two, we'll start capitalizing on that, saying, have you bought for your wife for Karwa Chauth? And it's very big in the north. So that's something very, very different. Another thing we see is sandals in the south work better, winters in the north. So you change your clothes often. Prices go up because winter clothes are expensive. So north gives us the advantage. When you have different weather, you will get more consumption happening. If you have single weather, the products will also change. So south is more sandals. South is more for them. It's very different. Consumption patterns are very different. Online and offline synergies have to be there. We're also seeing role of artificial intelligence in personalization and inventory management. Mobile first retail experience. A lot of consumption brands are getting established on the mobile first. You're saying, oh, okay, I looked at the mobile, the product. Now, where can I buy it? Either you'll buy it online or you'll go to the store and buy it. But a lot of experiences, a lot of products are being launched online first, or that's where you see it first. It used to be Bollywood, where people would see in a cinema somebody wearing a cap, a Bollywood actor, or wearing a t-shirt with a brand name, and people would want that. Now it is the Instagram is influencing that a lot. Okay. One thing that I can tell you which will not change in consumer preference. They want value, and value does not mean price. Do they believe that this product is priced right? And they want a great product, and they want a great customer service. I don't think that will ever change. I think that pattern will continue, and that has continued for the years. I think people's expectations have always gone higher on customer service. I want a faster delivery. Can I get it within 10 minutes on online or quick commerce? Or when I go to retail store, is he giving me the experience? Is the service good? Am I liking the product? Will he deliver it home? So these are, and will they accept all forms of payment? Right? Basic things I don't think will change. As a company, we also bring relevant. We have 85 brands. We have few brands signed up for India, but we have not brought them because we don't think the market is ready. Is that brand relevant to the Indian market? And is relevant today, and will it continue to be relevant next 5 to 10 years? So we look at that when we look at a brand. Will the brand give me the productivity that we need? Operational efficiencies. Will the brand can we operate it the most efficient way to bring the customer in and to create profits for the company and experiences for the customer. So understanding of the needs of customers are very important. And as a company, we have to be very agile, very agile. The other new thing that we are seeing is product customization. People want their name on the product, their logo on the product. Is it only for me, limited edition? So we, as a brand, you will see in certain brands, we're going to start on certain products to give you a tag with your name on it or initial on it, because that's customized for you, and this is my product. So that's what we are seeing. Retailers must innovate, adopt, and evolve, and we have seen that happening. Collaboration and sustainability will shape the future. Customers are seeing, are you a sustainable brand? Are you doing CSR? They want emotional connect with the company and the brand. I think that's what I have to say. I'm open for any question. I hope I've answered, or at least I've given you, some impact on the consumer. Thank you.
Tushar Ved, thank you so much for the wonderful examples that you gave us. That just goes to show your deep understanding of the consumer's taste and preferences that are evolving so quickly and so swiftly. And in the earlier presentation of yours, some of the slides were simply stunning, like the phygital store slide that you showed in the Middle East, the first one in UAE and the next one coming up in Saudi. And the trends that you enumerated were amazing to learn and understand. So if you permit us, we will now open the house for question and answer with you.
Please, Mr. Joseph, I am open. I'm available for any question, answers, whatever I can help you answer.
Okay, great. So I think Mr. Satish Shenoy, who's an independent director and a very illustrious name, wishes you and everybody good evening. Just open the chat box now. Mr. Shenoy has got a question. And he's just greeting you, Mr. Ved.
Thank you.
Complimenting you for the presentation today. I think my colleagues here in the office, Ashish Karkan is my colleague partner, has a few questions for you. Go ahead.
So, good evening, sir. And first of all, thank you so much for the excellent presentation. I think what you have shown in your presentation is a who's who of retail industry. But one thing which comes to mind, sir, is looking at your presentation, we were very much impressed by the phygital stores which you have opened up. and the e-commerce chain that you're already following in a large scale. So how do you envision the future of the physical retail stores which are in existence as of now? That probably some years down the line, with the advent of phygital stores and e-commerce taking over in a big way with respect to retail marketing.
See, we talked to a lot of international brands. We have worked with more than 100 brands, also in touch with them. And the feedback that we get from them and our experience tells us that humans still want a connection. People still are a social animal. They still want to go out to a pub. They still want to go out to events. They still want to go out to a wedding. You cannot go to a wedding on Zoom. You cannot drink with your buddy, go to a pub and be different Zoom account. It won't work. So I think both will survive, but there could be certain category of products which could be only online or majority online. But people still want to go to a store, still want to talk to the person, get some advice, and buy the product. But again, this will not be true for all products. This will not be real for every product. So you have to be careful. But the way technology is changing, anything is possible. But I don't see when Meta came in, we looked at Meta and it really scared us because it said everything will be shopping online, everybody will go online, and Meta didn't work out. I think because Meta was, there was no human connection. It was like a gaming. It was like you're playing a game, but you still want to go to F1 race, but you're okay to practice at home and you can have international friends that you can race with, but you still want to go to F1 race. So you will have both, you'll have complementary. That's the first thing. On the phygital store, the phygital store is little different because the phygital store is telling you, you can come in my store, you can even order it online and pick it up. You can sit there and we are giving you the experience, but we are the only phygital store in the Gulf. So a lot of customers are just coming to see and experience and experiment. Will everything become phygital? There will always be online and offline connection. I don't think it will be one or the either. It will be both. And now the biggest worry I would say in India is the quick commerce. Quick commerce is growing, helping. Consumption is also going up. And I'll just give you a quick example. Somebody in my marketing team in my office was telling me about quick commerce. He said his daughter, 9-year-old daughter, came in the evening and said, "Dad, tomorrow I have friendship day and I need friendship bands." She tells them at 9:30. By that time, the retail stores are closed. He goes online on Blinkit, orders a friendship band 20 for his daughter to give everybody in the class. 10-minute delivery, 20. When he called the guys and asked them, he said, "We sold 180,000 friendship band on that day, only in Mumbai." This is one. There'll be 3 websites. I've ordered, my wife has ordered Rakhi. We were traveling, we came at 2 in the morning. She tells me on the flight, "Tushar, I don't have a Rakhi for my brothers. Your sisters are coming, my brothers are coming." I said, "Morning, order it from Zepto." She wakes up, she selects, she gets 5 Rakhis at home. Right? It's different. It's a last minute thing. She didn't plan it. So there'll be planned purchase, unplanned purchase. iPhone, you can buy iPhone online. Why? Because you know the model, you know what you want. You don't have to touch and feel it. But sometimes you want to touch and feel the footwear. How is it fitting me properly? Does it look nice? I will go out. So it's you'll do both. I don't think it's one. I think it will be both. And you look at just last thing. The e-commerce players are opening retail stores. Why? They could have done e-commerce only. They are coming in the retail space. And their retail sales are more profitable than their e-commerce sales today. It's very different. Thank you.
Thank you, Tusharji, for such a detailed reply. I think it is an eye-opener for all of us as to how both the sectors are coexisting. Probably we have some questions coming in the chat box also, and my colleagues here also would like to ask some questions. So over to you, Jan.
So Priyanka, my colleague from Mumbai office, has a question for you. But
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I just wanted to know as to you've achieved so much in life. So just I'm curious about to know what keeps you motivated or what pushes you like every morning to just do something new or achieve something new. So what keeps you motivated?
I think it's just the passion of creating, that's a passion of opening new stores, talking to the team, building something. I think we are building a company here. We are building brands here. And it's not only about the brand, right? Everything goes around it. You talk to the finance guy, then you have the marketing team involved, then you have the landlords involved. So you have so much social network, you have so many people in it, and we are building. When we opened, we had one store in India, right? In 2002, we opened four stores, right? We opened four stores. Today we have 250 stores. Last year we opened 70 stores. 70 stores opening, it's like building. It's like Lego. You're building a company. You're creating jobs. You're meeting people. It's very exciting to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I have to do so much. I have to build something large. I think that keeps me motivated, and I can tell you, my experience, and it's also very challenging in India, right? You wake up in the morning, and I know Mr. Josefa is there, and there's GST in the morning. Something happens, the GST changes, new rules come in, election comes in, something happens, rain comes in. It, it keeps you active. India keeps you very active. India keeps you like every day, you're doing something. And I think it's just the building. It's just the building, whatever it is. We are building something. And that's what makes us happy. And when we meet the brands, right, and we travel a lot, and when we were doing Carrefour also, it took us 5 years to get Carrefour. Carrefour was not today. We worked 5 years, sending email, meeting them coming to India, we convincing them, and we said, okay, this partnership makes a lot of sense. That fulfillment of building something is what I get excited by. We can build anything. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
thank you. Yeah, Zishan.
First of all, welcome, sir. Actually, we are all just amazed by the companies with you work with. We are just amazed. We can also say about this uh, Victoria's Secret, which we recently saw their fashion ramp up, and we were just amazed by it. And the question which comes in my mind is, how do you consistently identify gaps and seize opportunity, whether by leveraging trends, analyzing market dynamics, or even during cultural events and festivals? And what strategies do you use to stay ahead in an ever evolving landscape?
So, on the first thing is listen to your consumers, listen to your team. Right? A lot of brands that we see is because we have data. We have data from the Gulf. Can you hear me? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. You're audible.
So a lot of first thing, let's talk data. A lot of information we get is from people. How do we get from people, right? One, we listen to the consumers. You see what's happening on Insta. You see what Bollywood is wearing, what they're talking about. Talk to your children. I think your children is much ahead in fashion. They know in the world what's going on, who's doing what globally. They are so well connected. We talk to the brands. The brands tell us this is a newest brand. We talk to the shopping malls globally. The global shopping mall will tell you, iska sale acha hai, this brand is doing well, their sales are good. You see a queue outside a store in the Gulf or in the US when you travel. And you put all that, right? It's good to have analytic tools, but end of the day, it's all about humans. If your children tell you this brand, and I can share with you what my daughter told me when I told a brand was coming to India. She goes, Dad, which brand? I'm like, this brand. He's like, you don't know the brand. I'm not going to take the name. She goes, Dad, which brand are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know this Bollywood actor wore it in 1994 in a movie, super hit movie. And you go, that was your age, your brand. It's not for me, right? She's like, that brand is not is dead. That brand was during your time. During my time, these are the brands. We have to look at the future. I cannot take a 1920 Bollywood actress today for a brand that we are running. I need a 2024 actress to be the model for the brand that I'm doing. It is very different, and this will change again after 10 years. So listening to your consumer, getting the data from the shopping malls, from the brands, from your children, from your office, and then saying, oh, okay, this is what is needed. This is what consumers are looking at Insta. This is what Bollywood is wearing. We need to get this brand. And again, then we have the analysis in the office where they look at the pricing. They look at, is the product relevant to India? And I can give an example. Indian women do not wear high heels because the roads and the infrastructure does not permit you to wear high heels. It is very, very, very difficult, right? Indian women love Southeast Asian brands because they wear flats or they wear kitten heels because they can use it. They also travel by train. In Dubai, everything is modern. You can wear high heels, nothing will happen. When I go to a party, the first question my wife will ask, are you going to park outside Taj, entry? Outside. I'm like, why are you asking me that? She goes, if I have to cross the road will be broken. I cannot wear high heel. If you're going to a garden, I will not wear high heel. If you're taking me straight into ballroom, I high heel pehnungi. So you have to understand the consumer does not wear that. And I can give you names of product the consumer will not wear because the Indian climate or the shape of the man or woman does not allow or permit. So these are data that you get, right? We know what he or she wears, what color. We are a very colorful country. I tell the Europeans and the Americans, you sit in winter. In Canada, you only wear black, dark, gray. We are a country of color. We need 365 days color. You cannot design sitting in winter for Indian consumer. That's where the Southeast Asia understands that because they have tropical climate. So these are things that you need to figure out, understand that this comes with experience, with the number of brands we do, and we keep telling them this will not work. And slowly they change. That's my take on this. Thank you.
I think, sir, thank you for putting it in such a way. And also, I would like to personally tell you thank you for bringing Tim Hortons to India, because as an Indian consumer, we do want to experience international brands. So thank you for it.
So
Thank you.
yeah. So Tushar Bhai, the next question is from a very senior professional, Rana Bhaumik, based out of Hyderabad. And incidentally, Rana has spent a long time in UAE as well. So he compliments you for the excellent presentation and for the expansive view that you provided on the retail sector. His question is how to handle the human capital in the retail line of business, where business is afraid of losing trained staff to competitors.
So okay, I will tell you when a staff, a good staff leaves the company, this is what I tell them. I meet them, and a senior staff left the company, and I told that person, please, wherever you go to a bigger company than mine. हमारा नाम रोशन करना. They should say, I want more people from Apparel Group. You should not go there and they say, what kind of people Apparel is sending to me. That's the first thing I tell them. Because it is important. Talent is important, but talent growth is also important. People not only leave, people don't leave for salary. People leave because they're not happy in the environment they are in, or they are not seeing growth in the company. And some people leave because of personal reasons. They have shifted, their family has shifted, and we had family who say, I have to take care of my parents, I have to move out, I have to go to another city. It has happened. Salary is the last concern. If you take care of your team, They will take care of the business. I tell all my team, if you leave the company, please go to a bigger company. If you're going to a smaller company, then there's a problem with you. You have to have growth. We are okay to become the IITs or the Harvard, you come 4 years and you go. We are okay with that. We have no issues. If you want to stay back, we are giving you the growth. They look at growth. They look at empowerment. Am I giving them the responsibilities? Are they responsible? And are they making sure that they're taking care of the business? We are okay with that. We also empower them with certain things. I have told my team, you can spend on your customer whatever you want, as long as if you're doing with a good intention for the company, I will not question you. You can spend 10,000, 100,000 rupees on your customer. You did with a good intention. I'm okay with that. Uske baad aake approval lena. I'm not going to stop you. I will give you a guideline what you cannot do. You have to be ethical. You have to be respectful to your vendors, to your customers, to your staff, to your team, to everyone. And we will give you that framework. And then you are empowered and you have the freedom to play the game, right? And to build the company. That's what I tell them. So I don't think talent will come, talent will go. The question is, why are they leaving us, right? They will only leave us if we don't give them growth, and sometimes we let them go if we don't think that they can grow with us. I don't see that as an issue. Competition, we are more than happy because if we have 50 people on the other side is also good. We don't let good people go. Let me put it that way.
Great. Thanks, Tushar. The next question comes from Ibrahim Qureshi, who is based out of Qatar. Again, a very senior chartered accountant. He says that, can you please explain how your company manages inventory obsolescence due to changes in trends and fashions?
So whenever in all retail industry, not only us, in all retailers, you have to keep a certain margin for products which will not sell. And it will happen. A lot happens in footwear because some sizes are left. A lot could happen in if the color or the season changes. Right now we are on sale for winter because we know we will get stuck with winter stock by March. So all our stores are on sale in Delhi, or the winter stock is on sale. So that's part of the thing. You also have to keep certain percentage, which you will always lose out. You just have to control how and what happens. We give a life to a product. And I think Mr. Uzefa will be better to answer that because the inventory management, right? 365 days inventory, 180 days, 400 days, then it becomes zero. Then a provision is taken. But the way to manage it is we give a life to the product. We say first 30 or 60 days, you will sell the product at full price. You will come to know, is it a bestseller, slow seller, all that. After 60, 90 days, you will go on a 10, 20, 30% discount, or you will move the product to another store where it is selling faster, like sandals do better in the south. Winter products, we don't keep in Mumbai. We have only 1 or 2 products for fashion. Everything else is in Delhi and north because there's winter there. And last year, I remember there was heavy winter and we shifted product from other cities, even the 2 products to Delhi because they're running out of stock. So you move the product around and decide, your yellows and your oranges could sell more in the south. And in winter, your darker shades will sell in the north. Wedding season, there'll be more fashion products being sold in certain stores, certain cities. So you keep moving product around. After 90 days, you go on 20% discount. After 120 days, you go on 50% discount. After that, you say 360 days, you put some provision. After 400 days, put it, do a sale, what you call a warehouse sale, get rid of it. After that, you can't, you just donate it. After certain thing, the product can't sell and the product will get spoiled. And this goes for everything, every retailer. So you put in a life of the product and you monitor it.
Thanks, Tushar Ved. Yes, very much. Thanks for giving such a elaborate explanation. My colleague from Bangalore office, Jagdish Solanki, who himself is a retail sector expert and has spent substantial time in the retail industry, has one question in terms of cost rationalization for imports of various custom duties, benefits available to apparel and available on apparel and footwear due to free trade agreements with various countries. So, there are lots of benefits available due to the free trade agreements. So, how the industry as such is looking at those benefits and rationalizing their cost structures.
So we import, we have almost 90% imports from global. We import from Vietnam, China, Cambodia, US. Bath and Body Works is made in the US. A lot of rationalization happens with the ASEAN countries where it's manufactured. Bangladesh also has a deal with India. UAE has a SEPA agreement. So when we're exporting to UAE, we get the benefits. The duties are lower. We don't import much from the UAE. Actually, we don't import anything from the UAE. But a lot of our partners, we tell them to move out of China or other countries and move to Vietnam or Bangladesh for production. And then there's no import duty on Bangladesh. There's only a 10% duty. The import duties are between 30 to 45%, depending on product to product. Two things happen. When you do from Bangladesh, the product comes by truck. You have no duty, and you can get higher margins. And the product is world class because they do export globally. Same thing happens with Vietnam. You do have a freight, but then the government has an agreement with Vietnam, Asian agreement, Asian, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. So a lot of our fixtures come from Malaysia, and we use that benefit by telling the brands that please manufacture there, move out of China because China is becoming difficult to import. Make sure you give us the documents, all the documents that is manufactured in Vietnam or in Bangladesh. We'll import it and we'll avail the import, and the consumer will benefit because the prices become lower. Otherwise, the prices are 35%, 40% is the import duty plus rate. Thank you.
Thank you, Tushar Ved. I think we are nearing 6:30 already, but people are popping in a lot of questions because your session has been a very interesting one. So maybe we'll take one or two with your permission, one or two more
Please,
questions.
I have another 10-15 minutes. I'm okay with it. Maybe even longer. I've kept
Okay.
it.
So one question from Harish Bhai Banjara is that he's asking about the returns that happens in the retail industry, especially e-commerce, and people use the products and then return it back. So it happens a lot in US and in India also. It's starting to happen. So he just wants to understand that how the retail industry is kind of dealing with this monster.
So you're talking about only online or even offline?
I think he's talking about all situations, online, offline.
So let's talk offline. Offline, the
in the
retail.
chat mode.
So offline, the returns are very low. I would say lower than 2-3%. Offline, the retails are super low. Consumer only comes in if there is a product defect, if there is a size change, or I didn't like the product, can I have another product? We have a 30-day return policy, online, offline. Our retail staff is allowed to go longer. He takes the decision. If he wants to go up to 60 days, he has the right. Our retail staff will decide. We don't decide. Right? Because he knows the customer in front of him and he knows how to handle it. And retail stores is very low, so it's very negligible. Online, again, it depends on product to product. Bath and body products, which are perfumes, cosmetics, there's zero return policy. We don't accept any returns. Okay. The reason we don't accept because it's a shampoo, not a shampoo, a shower gel, hand wash. We don't accept returns. So that's very clear. The product is also low price. Sometimes the customer will say the product was broken. It happens in candles. If we send 20,000 candles, there could be 3 candles broken. We tell the customer, send us a photo and refund the money or give him a new product. It's cheaper to do that than bringing the product and sending it back. So it depends on product to product. Lingerie, zero returns. Because you cannot accept lingerie, which is a very personal item, to take returns. The highest returns comes in footwear and apparel. More than apparel is footwear. Footwear, you will see a product, you didn't like it. It does not fit you well. It's not comfortable. The color on the screen look different and the color that you got to look little different. And it can happen because of the resolution of your laptop or the photographs. It happens. There's a 40% return. No, it's 35 now. And I'll tell you, it is actually lower because we've reduced it. I'll explain you how. In handbags, it's 18% return. Handbags are returned for one reason. I didn't like the size of the handbag, or there were not too many things inside. Women love handbags with zip. So what we did is we took photographs from all angles to tell the women they need a zip in the bag. They need to know a number of compartments in the bag. The returns dropped. In footwear, we put a tag in the footwear that you can try your footwear, but if you remove the tag, then it's used. They will not accept the return. Footwear, there's high return. Apparel, there is a little less return. Handbags only 18%. Very low on lingerie, very low on beauty. That's mostly broken or defective piece or wrong piece. And sometimes it's cheaper to just send the customer the money back and not ask for the product back. It's expensive to send and get it. It will cost you 400 rupees or 500 rupees. So it depends on product to product. The way to reduce it, have better photographs. We also blacklist customers who keep returning the product saying, oh, we think she or he has returned it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, every time the same reason, every time. Do you blacklist the customer saying this pin code cannot be accepted, this building cannot be accepted? This data is available with Shiprocket, DHL. Everybody has a list of blacklist customers of buildings. Ye building mein, there was a time when Flipkart started Ulhasnagar, they were not delivering because people are taking television and giving them empty boxes. So Ulhasnagar as an area was banned at one time. So it depends which area you live in, which building you live in. And if there's a fraud in your building, possible of building blacklist ho jaye. That's how we control it. But I think it will continue. I think a realistic rate online would be 20-25%. 40 is too high. And it will reduce as this cleans up. Thank you.
Great, Tushar. I think very fascinating replies, and especially the female folks in the office are really bowled over by the nuances and the insights that you've given on ladies' bags, high heels, every. They're appreciating the fact that you understand them so well.
They are my biggest customers. They buy 5 times, 10 times a year. You buy once a year. Men, I'm sorry, but men are the most boring customers. Pant, shirt, white, gray, blue, black. Right? Women can wear a skirt, can wear a salwar, can wear a sari, can wear red, green, yellow, and they will always look good. Right? And they will have a lot of accessories and a lot of footwear. Men are very boring. Men don't consume so much.
He may have some items. Great, Tushar bhai. So I think the last question, there are a lot of questions, but last one is from my colleague Priyanka here sitting next to me. She wants to ask you about 2025, that what would be your one goal that you would like to achieve in 2025?
I have many goals, so I don't know, but I think right now we all focus on opening Carrefour. Because for us, Carrefour will be like the big 30-40,000 square feet, hundred of thousands of products, onboarding 2,000 to 3,000 suppliers, putting up a system, putting up the process. So I think our goal, even the company, right, besides the people that we're hiring, is to get the Carrefour thing happening for next year, and we want to open it next year. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of onboarding, more than 100,000 products, more than 2,000 suppliers. It's a very large product. Plus distribution, logistics. It's like building completely from ground. It's very easy for us to onboard any new brand because the products are very less. SKUs are very less. We have maximum 1200 SKUs in bath and body work. At 1200 SKUs, 1000 square feet store. We do 5000 square feet store, Victoria's Secret, 500, 600 SKUs honge. This will be like large. So I think my goal, personal goal, is to get the Carrefour thing happening by next year and open the first store next year, which will be 30-40,000 square feet. That's what we are targeting. On board that will be large. It's also exciting. It's also building and completely new. It's a blank sheet of paper.
Our best wishes to you, Tushar Bhai, and to the Apparel Group family for a roaring success in 2025 with Carrefour. I'm sure that what you all have already achieved with so many brands, this is going to be a rocking success as well for the Apparel Group in India. And it's something people are really looking forward to in terms of, the kind of variety that Carrefour will bring into the Indian consumers, hearts and minds.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Tushar Bhai, still there are many questions and there are many compliments as well in the chat mode for you. But we will now, we've come to the end, we've overshot and we have taken so much of your valuable time. So with your permission, shall we conclude the session and give you a vote of thanks?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Josefa. It was a pleasure. And I can see there's a question on fraud. I think they should talk to you. You know more about us than we know.
Yeah. I read that as well and I skipped it.
I am going to direct it
for
to
a
you.
later date. Yeah.
You are our internal auditor. You know what's going on. You should tell them.
Sure, Tushar Bhai. So thank you so much, Tushar Bhai, for joining us today, giving us your valuable insights on the retail sector and the future as well, and the quantum of preferences, taste, and insights that you brought in. Show your deep commitment towards understanding the consumer behavior so well. And it's not only through data analytics, but your own personal experiences that you narrated, your family experiences, and several other experiences of visiting retail outlets, and that you have assimilated and brought them into your business to grow your business. It shows you a deep commitment, your love for the customer, changing preferences, and the way you like to do business. And to me, the biggest lesson is that from your session is that indeed we always heard the tagline that customer is the queen or king, but you really underline that and you practice it on a day-to-day basis. And also the fact that, the empathy that you show towards your employee, and the fact that you mentioned that, anybody leaving your organization has to go as an ambassador, goes a very long way in underlining your philosophies, your ethical practices, etc., everything, and listening to the consumer and customer, keeping your eyes and ears closer to Instagram and all the new digital channels, including your new initiatives, digital stores. So we had an amazing learning and insightful session today from you, Tushar Bhai, and we are very, very grateful to you today. I would request my colleagues present in the office here to, raise hands and give you a warm vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Indeed, a pleasure and privilege, and I would like to thank all the participants for their patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Tushar ji.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Bye.